So my revelation this week is my kids have found the crazy frog.
That's a fucking terrible time.
Oh my god.
I honestly feel so bad for you.
Yep.
You went from Baby Shark.
Oh no, Baby Shark is still a thing.
Oh, Baby Shark angry. That's a mashup.
It's like a
no one
playlist.
wants.
It's like Baby Shark, Crazy Frog, the Finger Family.
What the fuck is a Finger Family?
You don't want to know.
I don't. I kind of do, but I don't.
And then there's a song by a guy called El Chombo.
El Chombo sounds like someone you would send me being like, yo, this album's fire.
Like, you need to check this
Oh,
out.
is he like one of those cool garage surf rock bands? I seen him on tour with Mac DeMarco 3 years ago. That shit was lit.
El Chombo was fire. So that's another one, is this fucking El Chombo song, because Luna found it on the YouTubes, and it's like this fucking green alien that like dances about and shit, and it's just like the song that's on it is by a guy called El Chombo.
Oh my god.
So that's just like on rotation now. It's just like Crazy Frog, El Chombo, Finger Family, and Baby Shark.
Is it that hour-long version of Baby Shark that Mac was playing when we were down the park that one time?
There's the 1 hour one, and then the other one he found the 10-hour version
Of Baby Shark.
of Baby Shark.
Can you imagine the person
Like,
putting that together?
Who puts that? Like, I want to know who puts that on for their kids and then just like leaves their kid there for 10 hours.
People got to work, man.
You know what I mean? Just like, I need to work an 8-hour shift. It's an hour then, an hour back. Perfect. I'll stick on fucking Baby Shark for 10 hours. And
You'll
I'll just
never
leave
know
out.
I'm born.
I'll leave out like fucking carrot sticks, and I'll leave out a fucking sandwich, and that's you.
Fend for yourself, kid. You got this.
You got this. Figure it out.
Oh god.
So yeah, Crazy Frog has been reintroduced into my life, and it's I forgot it existed.
I think it is about time it made a resurgence.
No.
Like, can you imagine like the only person I think that could actually pull off like the Crazy Frog bit would be like a weird orchestral version done by Phoebe Bridgers. Like, I'd listen to that on repeat forever.
But Phoebe Bridgers could do anything, and you would listen to it.
It'd be really sad no matter what she's doing. Even
Yeah.
if she just sang Crazy Frog.
She could literally just cover like an entire album of the Village People, and you would be like, "Yo,
Yo, I'm depression. I'm so depressed. Honestly, I've
Just
never
like-
been more of a like sad white boy than I was when Punisher came out last year. I was just like, well, I'm locked in my room. I can't go anywhere. Okay, Bridges, let's do this.
so sad."
Let me fall in love all over again. It's a great time. Great time.
Now that we're at the depression, hello and welcome. It's another episode of Dead and Friends podcast where two dudes who don't know anything talk about everything. Remember to subscribe to all the places, remember to like all the things, find us on all the places, remember to share all the stuff. Like, it really does mean a lot to us, getting that engagement with people. We very much enjoy it. You can find us on Instagram at Dead and Friends Podcast. Send us cool things. I always like to look at things because I'm bored half the time. My name is Craig Jimmerson, and with me,
I am Gary Gordon.
the young man.
Young man. That's how Phoebe Bridgers was singing. I'd be like,
Oh, I don't know why this just popped into my head thinking about Phoebe Bridgers, but it's absolutely nothing to do with anything. Are those new trousers you bought?
yeah,
They're real nice, dude.
fly, right?
I like them.
I'm really annoyed because I've been like looking for like the perfect pair of chinos my entire life, and I thought I'd found them with Dickies.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been more comfortable than I am with these.
Really?
Got a bit of stretch in them.
Oh, I need that.
I can
Problem
do,
with
like,
Dickies is Dickies are very. That's them. Like the
rigid.
material that you see, that's it.
Mhm,
There's
that's
no
all you've
movement
got.
in them. And I fucking burn through them because I have been blessed with like the biggest thighs on a white
Well,
man
my mum has to fix your fucking trousers all the time.
every other week.
Just in case you ever doubted our friendship, my mother fixes his trousers.
Not even fixes my trousers. She fixes the crotch of my trousers because I blow
Stanky crotch.
I blow those fuckers out like there's no tomorrow. I don't understand it, but I am blessed with gorgeous thick thighs.
You are.
And they rub together.
Bodacious.
It's just part of life. I have accepted that part of who I am. My thighs hurt a lot because they do rub together, but
Not rub.
I'm beautiful, so it's fine.
Yeah, you been to the gym this week? Because I've not.
No.
I just like straight up went, nah.
See that time that because we went together, was it last Monday we went?
Last Monday, I went on, I want to say Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been since.
I went on the Tuesday. I went the day after, and then I haven't been since.
I don't know why. Just could be asked.
Do you know what it is? It's late. It's dark earlier now.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm also like annoyed at them because like the membership fee came out of my bank the other day, and I was like,
how fucking dare you?
So now I'm in a bad mood, so I'm not going.
That's all it takes. Like, take my money and we're done.
God damn it.
Out of the fucking game. It's like the seasons have changed. We're all getting hit with a bit of this seasonal
changed so fast, by the way.
very quick.
Like it was dark today about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I was unconsolable. I was like, is that the word? Inconsolable? Unconsolable?
I think it's inconsolable.
Well, I was that. I was like,
I was that emotion.
where's my sunshine?
And you were still in work at the time as well, which would have made it so much worse.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Bummer
What was it?
city.
I get really excited about something and then we've went off on a tangent as usual.
Speaking of Phoebe Bridges, is
it's
what you
nothing
said?
to do with Phoebe Bridges at all.
But now
This
you've
is
remembered.
totally fucking unrelated, but I have remembered. I was dropping my kid off at school down the street, and a guy got arrested in the fucking street
What?
at 9 a.m. in the morning. 9 a.m. in the morning. At 9 a.m. or
at midnight
9 in the
at
morning.
9 a.m. in the
So
morning.
there's like a fucking. So there's like a.
You text me about. Was this morning? Was it yesterday?
Oh, this was like start of the week. This is Thursday now. I'm sure it was like Monday or Tuesday.
My brain is just completely fried lately.
Dude's been back at work 2 days and he's like, I'm done.
I'm only working tomorrow, then I'm off again.
You've been off for like over a week.
I was off for 10 days. I'll be back in work for 2 days now. I will be working tomorrow. That will be the 3rd, and then I'm off for another couple of days.
There you go. So there's like our street has like restrictions around school times to stop cars from driving on the street when there's kids.
Keep the
which
pedophiles away.
makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
But you have to have like, if you're going to drive on the street during that time, you have to have a permit. So everybody that lives in this street got given a permit because
That makes sense.
Fuck paying for it. Like,
Yeah, fuck
if they
that.
were trying to get me to pay for it, I would have told them to fuck off because
You
I
just
already
have to do
live.
everything an hour later.
Exactly. Like, I already live here. I'm not paying anymore.
Yeah, I'm not paying any more to live here.
Exactly. So they gave everyone that lives here like a permit, and this guy obviously didn't have a permit, and it just happened to be the day that he drove down. Just happened to be the day that there was fucking police here actually policing it, which has been like 4 times since this was put in place, because police supposedly have other things to do, like fucking take away asylum seekers and cage them and shit.
Yeah, and
like beat
harass the homeless.
Yeah, and like kill women.
Kill women. That's
a big
that's
one.
high on the priorities.
Yes. So this guy obviously didn't have a permit, drove down the street, got stopped, and went fucking berserk because they were giving him a ticket. So it's like a 50 quid fine or something you get for driving in the street and you've not got a fucking permit. So this guy was going fucking berserk. We're all just like dropping our kids off at school. Just like, excuse me, mate, is this alright if I go and like drop my kid off? So the kids are going to the playground, and I obviously like
traumatized.
I usually just like let Luna cross the street herself, make sure she's okay, and she goes into the school by herself, and you get that independence going even at a young age. And I'll usually just drop her off and then just leave because it's like bottom of the street. I don't need to hang around. Like I can see the school from my window. But this day, obviously, I stuck around
Naturally,
because I want to watch it happen.
Yeah, not for the safety of your child. You're just nosy as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, my kid could have got abducted at that point, and I wouldn't have known because I was too busy watching this.
They would have brought her back. Like, this kid is so annoying. Please, we'll pay you. We'll pay you to take her back.
So the guy wasn't happy about the fact that he was getting a permit. And then there was other cars like driving on the street, but every one of them just happened to have a permit. So it was winding him up even more, because he was like, how come they're not getting a ticket? How come they're not getting a fucking ticket? Get out, cunt, 50 quid fine. Going like berserk in front of a school, dropping F-bombs and C-bombs at any given second.
But you would be annoyed. The only place you can drive a car is the road. And then if you're told, oh, this one day you're getting charged money for driving your car on the road that apparently you shouldn't be on.
There is big signs. They're not very obvious.
No, but he could be like, he might have just crashed at his pal's house, you know?
No, he was definitely dropping his kid off, because I saw him today. Like, this is a parent, so he knows you're not supposed to be driving that, because they told us all. See, at the end of the day, he's a fucking idiot driving on the road. He knows it was closed. It has been that way for 2 years now.
I get it.
You fucking idiot. Like, honestly, park at the end of the street. You're not going to get fined there. It's literally just like this street and the street that goes that way.
So dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
It's just to stop cars driving on the roads where the fucking kids are, which makes sense.
I get it. 100% get it.
So this guy...
But it is a dumb thing.
Yeah. This guy going full-blown berserk. So the coppers are obviously getting like pissed off at him because he's going fucking mental in front of a school, screaming and blinding, and people are just trying to drop their kids off. So one of the police went up to him, was just like, right, this is your final warning, and like put his finger on his chest. Oh! I saw the fucking the blood red mad start going over the guy's eyes, and he looked at me. I was standing at the end of the road, and he looked at me, and he was like, did you see him fucking touch me? And I just went like that. You're embarrassing yourself, mate.
Oh, you should have said yes. That man would not have got arrested. You're an accomplice.
No.
You're a fucking narc. Fuck you, pig. You're as bad as they are.
I don't give a fuck.
But just because you're a fucking dad?
No, it was so much fun watching it get worse.
Oh, it's fun. Oh, absolutely, it's fun.
It was so much fun watching
But that
it
man
get worse.
was looking for you. And as a civilian of this world, you should have been on his side.
Nah.
Not on the pig fuck's side.
Nah. I wasn't on anybody's side, truthfully. But nah. That guy was acting like a fucking asshole, and I wanted him to continue to act like an asshole.
Yeah, but if you had said, yeah, I saw that, he could have continued.
He did continue. That's the thing.
Yeah, but then he got arrested, and that's
Doesn't
not
matter.
as much
No,
fun.
that was so much more fun, because he had to get carted down the bottom of the street, carted back up to give somebody his car keys, carted back down the street, and then parked in the back. Like, you just looked up anywhere in the street, and there was just people at their windows all up and down the street just watching this unfold.
Naturally.
It was so good, and I had to fucking come home and like do work.
I'd have had the adrenaline running through me. I'd had to have went for a run or something. Never guess what I just fucking saw.
I came up the stairs and I had a bowl of bran flakes.
We're different people.
Put raisins in it.
Oh, spiced it up. Nice. We're back on the same page.
I'm living that fucking crazy life, man.
I've had a boring week compared to that. I had nothing. I had a bagel with cream cheese this morning for the shop.
Bagel and cream cheese.
Aye.
You're not Scottish, man. I don't even know what you are at this point.
Well,
Fucking bagel with cream cheese.
We've been watching a lot of Suits lately. Happens in New York.
You mention Suits every fucking episode now.
There is. Do you know why? Because there's 9 seasons of it. We've got 3 more seasons to go.
Jesus Christ. You've watched 6 seasons.
Aye.
Fuck me.
But in Suits, there's like a bagel cart outside their offices, and they often go, and one of them gets cream cheese bagel every time he wins a case. But the whole thing is, cunt's never lost a case, so he's just always eating the cream cheese bagels. And I was like, I went into the shop. I went into this new coffee shop up by the Barbers.
Oh really? There's another one?
Yeah.
How many is that now?
Too many for one street. I don't know if I spoke about it before, but I went in a couple of weeks ago.
Don't think so.
It's been open a while now. It's nice. It's a nice shop. Coffee was fine, half decent.
Yeah.
It was wet and warm, and I was happy with that. Like, and the first time
That is just the only soundbite I'm using for the highlights this week. It was wet and warm. I was happy with that.
But when I was there the first time, I got a bagel with scrammy eggs, and you know I love scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm. Scrambled eggs on a bagel is one of those things that it doesn't matter what kind of mood you're in.
It'll be good.
It works.
Aye, but took scrambled eggs for the freezer and put them in the microwave. I was like,
in this cafe.
aye. And I was like, what?
Scrambled.
It takes 2 minutes. We
from the freezer.
Aye.
And microwaved them.
Aye. So I thought today, I'm not doing that. Aye, I've had it twice since then. Because
just that experience alone of watching them take it out of the freezer and put it in the microwave. It's like
the woman tried to be sneaky about it the first time.
Jim's down the street microwaves his bacon and it gives me the fucking bulk.
Ugh.
Yes. So you're like rolling bacon, mate.
Soggy.
And you just hear ding.
Chef Mike, hard at work, love it.
Jim, get it right.
Chef Mike.
Who's Chef Mike?
The microwave. Oh my god, that. I can't take this.
I'm so sorry.
I can't take this.
You need to I have come to terms with the fact that I'm an incredibly literal person. These kind of these kind of nuances that you have. My dad actually mentioned this. He was like, the stuff that Gary says off the cuff is so funny. And I think the only reason my dad finds it funny, or the main reason he finds it funny, is because I don't ever react to it because I don't understand what you're saying.
That's funny. I like that. That's good. You could have a whole sketch show based on that. That's quite good.
Me just like, aha, yeah.
Just somebody being like sarky and off the cuff.
Yeah.
And you're just like, no fucking way, really? That's so funny. I'm going to have to start listening to this podcast now just to remember what it was like.
Oh, no.
Nah, not worth it.
No. I had to listen to it 3 times.
Oh, no, that's too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, first time I was in this shop, the lady tried to be sneaky.
Oh.
Just tried to do it when my back was turned.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and then the other 2 times I stood at the counter and I was like, you fucking did. Watching
what drawer is it in?
Because I don't care. It's a fine way to do it. It's not like they're giving me. I mean, it's not the right way to do it, but it's not going to give me food poisoning or anything.
So are they pre-scrambled?
I reckon so. So well, obviously.
So
yes.
they're
yeah, the pre-scrambled eggs that have been frozen.
So somebody is
cooked eggs,
making scrambled eggs and then freezing them, and then they're putting them in the microwave.
Yes. When really all they have to do is just make scrambled eggs. It's not that hard. Doesn't take that long. You can
do it with the microwave from an egg.
Yeah, I guess. One of because I've been trying to rationalise it for a wee while. The only thing I can think of is it's like a perfect circle of eggs, which obviously sits perfectly on a bagel.
Right.
For it is round.
Yeah.
But
you can buy a mould.
I just get a mould. All these things, I can't rationalise it. Saves time. Yeah, but it takes 2 minutes. People are willing to wait really. 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you had one of those big fucking grills, which they don't have, but if they did have one,
yeah,
you know what I mean, the flat.
Yeah,
surface.
Every roll shop you go to in the East End of Glasgow,
yeah,
has one of these big fuckers.
All they'd have to do is have a mould, put it on it, crack it, an egg, scramble it slightly.
Then by the time you've made the coffee, the eggs are fucking done. Exactly.
They could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So today I decided I wasn't going to do that. In fact, I went in the other day and I got granola. I was like, I like a granola.
Who are you?
I like a granola.
Who are you?
I like fucking raspberry compote. but they sell it as house-made granola, right? So I picked up a pot of just yogurt and compote. And then...
Right, what, again, me being stupid as fuck, what is compote? Just the word alone made me mad.
It's like a fucking jammy fucking...
Say jam.
But it's not.
Say jam. You're making me so mad. You're making me so mad.
Mate, that's what it's called.
It's jam.
I don't know what you want me to do here.
Just continue the story. I'm going to look up how you spell it.
Compote.
Oh, of course that has a fucking T and an E when you don't say it. I hate it.
I said compote.
Just didn't. I heard compo.
Compote.
Quick fruit compote.
Yeah, so they sell it as granola and compote, and then you pick it up. And then do you want granola in that? And I'm like, well, fucking obviously, that's what you're selling it as. Don't be dickheads. So then they get a scoop and they start scooping the granola into you, like into the.
Stop. Course, it's fucking French.
I hate that this is a running joke.
Of
that is now just
course,
becoming a thing.
it's fucking because compote is French for mixture. It's jam.
I'm so
Continue.
sorry you have to deal with me. I would not put up with this. Every other thing that comes out of my mouth is French. I'm so sorry. Oh, pardon-moi.
I mean, if you spoke like that, maybe I wouldn't be as mad.
If I spoke in French.
Yeah. Because that would be so much more entertaining for me.
I mean, you barely understand me when I speak English.
Exactly.
I just made up your response to everything. But yeah, so today I got a bagel with cream cheese.
Uh-huh.
They have this contraption, right? Where you put the bagels in, and then they come out toasted. Right? It's not a toaster.
It's called
Before
a
you even
toaster.
start. It's not a
It's a
toaster.
tefl.
Because see if they had a toaster, I would get a toasted bagel.
Right.
What happens is they put this bagel into the machine.
Right.
It comes out and it's slightly warmer than it was when it went in. So then what they do is they put it in one smaller. And guess what? Comes out a little bit warmer than that. Never toast. I've never had it toasted. I'm like, what is the point in this fucking stupid toaster? when all you have to do is buy a toaster. This machine is useless. This machine is just burning lecky for no fucking reason. And I'm getting hot bread. And
just
fucking
do that.
frozen.
Just hold the bagel in between your thighs
in
for
between my
5
thighs.
seconds.
Yeah, so I'm getting fucking warm bread and fucking frozen scrambled eggs. Do you know what the worst thing is though? I'm probably going to go tomorrow.
Yeah, you keep going back.
Because the one next to it that I like going to, because they give me a discount. Since the schools went back, all the fucking posh arsehole moz are
And they're fucking
queuing-
Range Rovers.
queuing round the corner for it.
That bad.
Mhm.
But that's the really popular one
Aye.
on the street, isn't it?
All I want is a croissant with...
What do you get in your... How do you say it?
croissant.
Croissant. I think I do say croissant.
Nah, it's
Does that make me
that's-
a hypocrite?
Well, that's what it's called.
Right, okay. What do you get in your croissant?
So the ones in the shop come with prosciutto and Gruyere cheese.
I don't know what any of that is.
Prosciutto's like a cured ham, and
Say ham.
Gruyere's just a
You better say
cheese.
cheese. Just say ham and cheese.
But it's no ham and cheese.
Just
It's
say ham and cheese.
But it's prosciutto, Gruyere. It's not like Red Leicester, you know? That's cheese.
yeah. It's
It's-
fucking ploughman's cheddar.
I don't know where Gruyere's from. Probably France.
Sounds like it. But I mean bruschetta.
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
No, prosciutto. You're putting me off. My God, it's Italian.
It does sound very Italian.
It is Italian. It's got 2 T's in it, which is... So that's how you say it.
That's so Italian.
Because
It's Italian.
in the Italian language, if there's 2 consonants together,
Mhm.
it's t. So it's like a staccato.
Oh. Interesting.
There you go. Learn something new every day. It should be pizza. Because it's 2 Z's.
Because it's 2 Z's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I did Italian
damn.
at school.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I don't remember any of it. I did.
Well, you do. You just did that.
Well, I know that. But I did so many years of Italian. I learned Italian probably from primary 2
Holy shit.
until second year at school,
Wow.
at high school. I just don't remember any of it because I never kept up because don't speak any Italians. Kind of chippy was from Brigton. Didn't actually have to speak Italian to him.
I don't think we get offered any languages in my primary school. When I went to high school, there was French, and I think there might have been Spanish classes as well. I'm not entirely sure. There was definitely French for
I
whatever
tried to learn
fucking
Spanish when I was at primary school, in primary 7, because it was... I hate this bitch, so fuck her. I'm gonna say her full name, fucking Liz Gonzalez. I fucking hate her. She's a bitch.
Lizzie. Fuck you.
She made me cry.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
How
she's
dare you?
scary.
His moisture is precious.
Yeah, she made me cry because I didn't understand something she said to me in a language she was trying to teach me.
Oh, this is a teacher?
Yeah.
Right.
She was the teacher. So it was an after school class. Also, she's from Easterhouse. You know, she married a Spanish guy.
Right, okay.
And now she comes in with fake tan, looking the part.
Aye.
You know, she's like...
Let's try to teach these kids how to speak Spanish.
Yeah. I hate her so much. She's a cunt.
We should look her up, see if she's still alive.
She is alive. She's the head teacher of that school.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah.
Making more kids cry. How
Yeah.
dare you, Spanish motherfucker.
She's a cunt. She got my mum fired. Fuck that bitch. I hate her so much, honestly.
Wow, this is real deep.
Oh, it's real hatred. I fucking hate her. She's the worst human being on the entire planet.
Liz Gonzalez, head teacher of the school. What you doing?
What you doing? I used to fancy her daughter though, so that's what it is.
Oh, I should have pumped her.
I was fucking in primary school.
And what?
And wet. I think that was how it worked back then. Because I don't think it worked back then. Anyway, she was a bitch. Yeah. I wish I could speak another language. Because like, I know people who can speak several languages. And I'm like,
Really?
yeah, some of my clients are brainy as fuck.
Mhm.
It's insane.
It definitely opens up like another part of your brain, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Like, see, just being able to like switch into another language.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
I'd love
Like-
to be able to do it.
Quite a lot of the kids that like Luna goes to Luna's school, one of them in particular, her dad.
Probably shouldn't say her full name.
No, that's not her full name, that's her first name.
Still wouldn't.
She has
say.
a last name.
Cool.
Her dad's French. It's sound as fuck. But anytime you see them, like she just speaks the way normally we all speak, and then as soon as her dad's there, it's just like switches.
Bonjour, papa.
Like full Tonto French, and you're just like,
Full Tonto French.
like the fuck is going on? Do you know what I mean?
It'd blow my mind.
That shit. It's like, she's like fucking a child. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like that barrier isn't there because she's just known it her entire life.
Yeah, I've got one client who, a young child, goes to that big fucking fancy posh school.
Mm-hmm.
Speaks, English.
Mm-hmm.
But his mum is from South Korea,
Right.
and his dad is from Catalonia, like Barcelona.
All right.
So he can speak Catalonian and South Korean
Fucking
and
hell.
English. And I'm like, you're still in primary school, man? Like, that's insane. I'll never be able to do that. Although now that the unis are kind of back open and that, I'm actually thinking about joining a class.
You have said that.
Aye.
What would you do though?
French, probably.
We do.
Just 'cause I'm an asshole.
That makes
Aye.
sense.
It's, just
For what?
all those times. I want to move to France. Why do you actually hate me? I do want to move to France.
I mean, you told me like a year ago you wanted to move to like fucking somewhere in America.
No, France. I would,
Nah,
never, I would
bro.
never move to America. I was going through a real sad boy phase where I was like, I'm going to move to LA and be a writer. And I was like, that's
yeah.
obviously a cliche. Let's not do that. I was literally just living out my father John Misty fantasy because that's what he did. Like, you know his song, I'm Writing a Novel? That's loosely based on what he actually did. He moved to LA to write a book and never really got anywhere with it, so just started singing music and then started playing drums in Fleet Foxes.
Fleet Foxes.
And then came back and became Jay Tillman. And then that didn't do much. And then he decided, I'm now Father John Misty.
He is a fucking anomaly of a human.
He is incredible.
It kind of freaks me out.
I love it.
I
Have you ever
I
watched-
feel like I would be really uncomfortable like in his company.
I'm going to say another thing and it's going to make you hate me.
I mean, I love you unconditionally, but also I hate you.
There's a YouTube page and I can't remember what they're actually called now, Biblio something. But they do a thing called Soirée d'époque, which is French. Like
Obviously.
evening party or something.
I think you sent me something about this
I
before.
think I sent you the Mac DeMarco one before.
Probably.
But basically it's Father John Misty in somebody's fucking house in
Mhm.
Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing to like 20 cunts.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the most charming human being on the entire entire planet.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like it's just him and a guitar. He's singing all of his songs, and there's like a couple like basically winching on a couch next to him, and he's like, "This is for the lovers," and like he gets involved, and she's like starting taking photos on her phone and all that, and he starts posing, and I'm like, "You are an actual showman." But who are you? You know? Because he is just one of these people that arrived, and then people are like, "Oh, you know Father John Misty?" And everyone's like, "Yeah." I don't get it.
Yeah, he just kind of
appeared. He was one of these guys. He's an actual showman. Yeah. I have still been writing that thing, like not very much, because I have got an idea for an album that I want to release when I'm 35, and really realize that punk rock is not paying any bills. So I'm going to make this album, release it, become a millionaire.
Why at 35?
Because that's when you realise that the dream's done.
But you've already realised it. If you're already planning it...
Listen, I've got a plan. I have got a plan. This is it. I'm going to be famous.
Can you take this podcast with you? It doesn't need to be me, just take the podcast with you.
I'll take the podcast with me.
Sick.
I want you to play drums on it, so that'll be sick.
On the podcast?
Yeah, on the drum. Oh my god, on the podcast, yeah. I got angry with myself. Yeah. It's like, it's based on things that he's done. Not based on things that he's done, but it's basically the idea is something that he would come up with, but I came up with it, so fuck you. You know? So it could be good. Can't wait for that. What you gotta say? Yeah? Anyway, he's really charming on this thing. And they sent me on like an absolute spiral.
Still try process.
Sent me on a spiral, man. So no, I'm not going to move to LA because that would be highly cliche. And
so you're going to move to Paris instead, because that's not cliche at all.
Well, didn't seem cliched in my head. Apparently it is.
You're just going to go over there and eat croissants and fancy ham.
Yeah, just drink red wine all the time. Just be pissed. I'll probably take
up. You are constantly pissed.
I'll probably just take up smoking because it looks cool.
I continued to smoke for so long because I thought it made me look cool.
It does. It makes everyone look cool.
It never made me look cool. It didn't. It straight up didn't, because I'm terrible at making rollies, so my rollies always looked like shit. The ones that are like kind of, they're not like a full cigarette, they're kind of stubby and they're like all white. They are kind of cool.
Yeah.
But also,
like diet cigarettes.
Yeah. But also, nah.
They are kind of cool though.
Nah.
Man, in France? In Paris?
In
Walking
Paris.
down the fucking banks of the Seine with a baguette in your bag? You know? Sick. So cool. Coolest you'll ever be.
I mean, I did think I was very cool. Because I don't even know when it was that I stopped smoking. It's like fucking 21 or something.
I never really smoked. I smoked a little bit when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep up with the big boys.
Yeah, look up with the cool people.
Because I was the youngest, obviously.
Yeah.
I was fresh out of school. They had done nothing with their lives and decided to change that. So I was just like,
hey, cool kids.
Yeah, I was like, hey.
It's like the opposite of that fucking Steve Buscemi meme.
Yeah.
Hey, fellow old people.
Yeah, exactly. That was it. All right. Old cunts. No. It is cool. And I would like to move there at one point.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe not even Paris, just like fucking like Bordeaux or something. Mm-hmm. Just go and live in the countryside in France.
You've never fucking been? You've only ever been to Paris, right?
Yeah, I've only ever been to Paris, but I like the countryside.
Go and
like
feel it out a wee bit first.
Nah, I'll throw myself into it. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like
nothing's gonna go wrong.
You're straight up living like this weird fucking. It's like a mixture between your Father John Misty shit and like a fucking Wes Anderson film.
It's like we spoke. That's pretty much it. It's like what we spoke about before, like main character energy. I live it.
Like, I don't stop for people.
There's no end credits in this film.
Like, when I walk down the street, I'm not moving. Other people are moving.
Get in my way.
I move.
I often think when I walk by, people are looking back at me like, "Oh, so cool." I don't.
That's so insane.
Yeah, but everyone's a little bit insane. Right? Right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to university and I'm going to learn French.
Or maybe you're going to move to France.
I'm going to move to France.
How am I going to do this? What am I going to do?
We did it on fucking Zoom before.
But figuring out the time zones.
Zoom.
It's only like fucking 2 hours or something, isn't it?
1.
Is it 1?
It's 1 hour.
I know nothing.
I'll just fly you over. I'll be a millionaire by then. It'll be fine.
Aye, cool.
Get my jet. I'm going to get a private train just to really be weird.
A private train.
Yeah.
An actual choo-choo train.
Actual choo-choo. Yeah. So that's my life. That's what I'm doing.
I'm glad that you have a plan. Because I'm the opposite. I don't know anything that's going to happen. I don't plan shit.
I say I've got a plan. I've got the idea of a plan.
You have dreams is probably the best way to put it.
I got dreams.
I don't do it. I don't have anything like that. It's just I've never really functioned in that way. Like I've never really thought like here's what I would like to do.
You've always been a very pragmatic human being where things are just like,
oh my God. What does that mean?
Like literal.
Okay, thank you. Just use that word because I understand that one.
But like you've always been like, this is the thing that I need to do and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Pragmatic.
Right, okay. That's what that means. I don't want to say single track mind.
Kinda.
One track mind, but like I do put my mind to something and then do that thing because it's like I don't think I have like a very high functioning brain. I think I'm quite stupid in a lot of ways, and I don't think that if I was to try and do more than one thing at once, I wouldn't be able to do either. So if I like the thing that we were just talking about, like neither of us have been to the gym. It's almost my excuse will always be is because I am moving job, and that is all I can really like think about.
I'm like that as well sometimes though. Like when was it? Friday, Saturday. Friday, I was meant to go to the gym. Didn't. Reason I didn't go to the gym is because Royal Mail told me that they were going to deliver a package.
Oh yeah, that fucks up your entire day.
It does. But you know what else I didn't do? Anything else in the house. I had housework to do. I had to like do laundries and wash everything. Yeah. Can't.
It's like,
you know why? Because the door's going to go and I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to forget where I was and I can't go back to it.
Yeah, it's like I can't start hoovering in case I don't hear the door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as much as you're saying like you don't think you're high functioning, I think that's high functioning, unfortunately. I think it's like your brain is in overdrive, like big time. Like you are hyper functioning. Right. It's just that you don't want to slow down because if you slow down, then you do nothing. But your brain is, you know, just going nuts.
I'm realising things about myself right now. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I have always had this thing where
should get it checked out.
This is going deep into my brain.
Oh God.
Where I need to tell myself quite a lot to like pay attention. So like something amazing could be happening in my life. Something like that might not happen again could be happening, and I almost need to say to myself inside my brain, pay attention, because you know how I always say like I've got like a fucking terrible memory. Yeah. It's because
you're drifting off.
There's like a switch in my brain that needs to be on for me to like log it. So I actually remember it.
You have to actually turn it on though.
Yeah, I need to actively be thinking I want to remember this. I can't just like my computer doesn't just like automatically save.
So like when you're playing PlayStation, I need to record a cool bit that you're about to do.
I need to hit the button, fucking Control S, and save it. Do you know what I mean? It was like when I was playing fucking. I didn't get that part because I don't play my PlayStation enough. In my head, I went to Game Boy. Fair. That was like I am about to take on the fucking Final Six or whatever they're called in fucking Pokemon. I need to save my game in case I fuck it up. Yeah. I kind of need to tell my brain to do that. Like, I'm going to save this so I remember what's happening around me at this point.
Brains are funny, man, aren't they?
But I think what you're saying there might be like a bit of truth in that. It's just like there's so much going on, happening, going through it so much that I need to like wade through all of it to find the bit that I want to like pay attention to and
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, that's exactly
So
it.
it's like actually logging it in the fucking central part of my brain or wherever your memories go. I'm not going to pretend to understand anything about brains. I don't know. I think you might have. There might be a bit of truth in what you're saying.
I think so. There usually is. Because you are, like I said, you're a very pragmatic human being. You do things because you said you're going to do them.
Yeah.
I live in a dream world.
Trying to get you to do fucking anything. See when I'm like talking about stuff I want to do for like the podcast and stuff. You're just like, aye, cool, whatever. I'm
What
like,
I always say? I'm like, you tell me what to do and I'll do it. Because I will do it. If you tell me to go and do something, I'll be like, I'll get to that. I've got thoughts to think first. That's straight up what's happening. My brain's going, but imagine this. Fuck, I can't do anything now. Too busy thinking about living in Bordeaux.
well, to get us to Bordeaux, we need to do things first. Maybe that's just what it is. Like I need to do this. I need to do the steps that get us to that point. It's like you have the dream of the end goal of what you would like. Let's just take away the Bordeaux thing, right? Let's just do like the dream end game of what we would like to do with this podcast.
Yeah.
You have the dream and end game of where we would like to go. Whereas I'm the person that will be facilitating that because I will actually put the fucking work in and make it happen.
I'm the ideas guy.
Yeah. But isn't that how like most businesses work? I mean, not saying that this is a business, but I'm sure there's
if this is a business, we are going under.
I mean, we're not losing money, so we're fine.
We're also not making money.
This is a self-fulfilling business.
Yeah.
This is a making me.
It's a non-profit. It's fine.
This is a making me feel good. This is a selfish business. This is a making me feel good business.
Yeah.
Makes me feel better about myself because I feel like I'm doing something functionally that isn't.
I feel like
looking after my kids.
I do have a thing now. I never really thought I had a thing as much as I always talk about all these things that I have. I never felt like I had a thing.
Right.
Because like writing and that I've kept to myself until now.
Yeah.
And like even like music, no one listens to it, so it might as well just be mine.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas this, like, it's an actual thing. It's out there. Makes me interesting. Love that. They're going to love me in France.
I have a podcast with 50 listeners.
Yeah, man. I'm like, oh wow, he's so famous.
And all fucking 50 of yous mean a lot.
Yeah. Wee.
My hair, I have hair somewhere and it's really annoying me.
All over you. Okay.
There's a lot, but there's one of them in particular that I can just like see. Oh, I got it. It's like a little baby hair. It's really annoying me. I'm taking it out. There you go.
Wow. That's psychopath shit. Pulling hairs out. Jesus.
What has this fucking episode been, by the way?
I don't know. Let's talk about cream cheese bagels.
I swear to God, man. Well, I was going to do another conspiracy segment, but it's too late now, so I'll save it for next week.
Oh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
It's better saving it for next week, because then we can talk about it more.
I'll keep you in the edge of your seats. That's what we'll do.
Yeah. If I bring it up just now, we'll get like 10 minutes. And it's not enough, because I'm stoked about this one. So do you want to do the playlist?
Yeah, go on.
Sick.
So this week we actually decided we'd, like, have a theme?
Link up.
Which is quite nice.
It was good.
I like the idea that we decided to think about it for once, rather than just aimlessly putting on cool songs. That's what we do. Nothing but cool songs.
Yeah, man, it's like, but that's the thing, is it's thoughtless because all we like is cool songs.
We're just a couple of cool dudes, you know? Can't help it. That's what it is.
Not much we can do about this. This is just our lives. This is just how we live. All day, every day.
If you don't like it, turn off now.
Exactly.
We don't need
Listen to Crazy Frog.
Bring ding 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 ding.
It's like an audio descriptive version by fucking Richard Ayoade.
Bring ding 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 ding. Anyway, we decided to do 5 of our favourite covers.
Yeah.
Which I struggled with. I couldn't think of any songs that were covers. I was like,
I struggled so hard because I had to remove one and replace it with another one because I liked so many. I had the opposite
well, the thing
problem.
is, you said you already had your 5 because you were going to do it last week. And then
I had 3 of the 5.
oh, okay. Well, there you go then. Cool. Mines were pretty hard. You said one was pretty out of left field.
Fucking so out of left field. Not pretty out of left field. I didn't know this song existed. I thought these people had one song.
Everyone thought they had one song.
But it's a banger.
Really they do, because this isn't their song, it's a cover. But it's by everyone's favourite Russian duo, Tattoo. And they covered How Soon Is Now by the Smiths. And it is insane. And
I hate the fact that this is your like fucking snidey way of putting in Morrissey in this playlist.
If I want to put Morrissey on this playlist, I will. Because he's done plenty of very good covers.
And I will take it out.
It is my playlist.
I will take it out.
Fuck you.
Not allowed.
Morrissey is
Dead.
a bad person. But he's got some good covers, man. He has.
Just go on with this one.
Anyway, I just love it. I think it's really good. It's nice to hear a different voice on a song that I love.
Mm-hmm.
And those two girls have really good voices.
Really good.
Like, did you listen to this cover?
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't
It's
it? Like,
so good.
because they kind of change the phrasing and they change how they sing it.
I prefer it because it doesn't have Morrissey on it. Oops.
No, I don't prefer it, but I love listening to it because I think it's really, really good. And then after that, I got one which only came out this year or last year. Mariachi El Bronx covering "I Would Die for You" by Prince.
Is that a Prince song? I listened to it and I was like, I don't know what this is.
Ah, it's a Prince
Didn't
song.
recognise it.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
I liked it.
The way they sing it is fairly similar to how Prince sings it,
right.
But it's just mariachi as fuck, you know, and it's so cool, so cool. Because obviously, because the Bronx are cool, they have never done anything that is lame in their entire life.
They're arguably like the only real punk band left.
I think they're the only real band left. I don't think anyone tells them what to do. Like,
that's true.
I really don't. I think they just do the things that make them happy.
Yeah.
You know, like
they've got fucking Joey Castillo in the band now.
Yeah. Because he has been in and out of the band for a while, right?
He's sessioned for them quite a lot. I still don't even know if he's like officially part of it.
He's in a music video, so
he records their stuff.
And then the music video that he's in was filmed by Esteban Oriol.
Remember you telling me
which
this?
is wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. Like an actual LA legend.
Just in the back of like his fucking car shop.
Yeah, they brought out like mechanic shirts as merch. I was like, Blanket sent that to me and he was like, this is very Gary Gordon piece of merch. And I was like, it is. I already have a shirt like that though, so god damn it. But the Bronx Room,
they're amazing.
like, no matter what they do, I just think they're the coolest.
They're one of those bands, like, I feel for you anyway. It's like, I think I feel this way about Every Time I Die. It's like everything they do, like, I'm just on board with, and I always think that you think that about the Bronx.
And I am the same with Every Time I Die, because I don't think they have put out a bad record.
No.
Or a bad song, or even a song I'd skip.
No.
Like, none. Like, same with the Bronx. I wouldn't skip any of the songs.
Yeah.
And you know what I think it is? I think it's because when you look at the 5 members of each band, you go, what? Because they don't make sense. You know, like, the Bronx maybe make a little bit more sense because they kind of seem like they are all from the same place.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at Every Time I Die and you're like, why are you people all together? This makes no sense. But then Keith Buckley from Every Time I Die writes these most beautiful lyrics.
Yeah, with the fucking catchiest melodies. They're really, really smart. The way that he likes to like weave words and like turn a phrase and all that kind of stuff. I think it's so cool. Yeah.
And then you've got Matt Coffrin from The Bronx. And he doesn't look like a man who is going to write these beautiful lyrics. They're not beautiful. They're very smart and intelligent. Not that I'm saying he's not a smart looking human being, but like you look at him and you go, you're a Californian punk, cool. Yeah. You know, like, not that he's got a mohawk or whatever.
Could be an extra on fucking Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he just looks like a guy.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the lyrics to Knife Man, like, which are amazing lyrics. I want to be original. I want to be surrounded by art. You know, like, what? Like,
everything is digital.
when everything is digital, the formulas are falling apart. And I'm like, man, what?
Gorgeous.
And then, like, even the bit in, like, the bridge, we used to be gifted. Oh my god, what is the fucking lyrics now? I'm sorry.
On the ball line. You got to hold it. The
lyrics are amazing.
I'll wait.
You're gonna have to. We used to be... Because we used to be gifted and persistent, now we're bored, reminiscent. We used to laugh at how misery spoon-fed our desire. We've lost our fire. What is that?
Wow.
You know? And I think that's what I like about them. They're still able to get across aggression. They're still able to get across just, like, feel-good anthem. Like, they're able to just hit every single spectrum of punk rock that I love. While still being the coolest fucking guys, because punk rock can be nerdy as shit.
Oh, so fucking dorky,
you know.
But they managed to do it.
They've absolutely managed to keep on track the entire way.
I actually can't remember what album. I'm trying to find the album it was that I heard first. Was it the Bronx 2? Yeah, it was the Bronx 2 with like Shitty Future, History Stranglers, Rape Zombie, Three Dead Sisters. I think it was actually White Guilt was the first one I ever heard, and I was like, that's kind of cool, because I like the wee lick on it and stuff. But then I like listened to the album, I was just like, okay,
the first album,
like fucking.
The first album was where I heard them first,
right? Okay,
and it's because I used to use some like torrent thing called SoulSeek,
right?
And it was great for downloading full albums. But sometimes what it would do is, if you typed in Every Time I Die, which was how I found them, they would give you out albums that were kind of related,
right? Okay.
And the Bronx like first album was there when I was downloading whatever album it was at the time. And I downloaded it and I was like, this is kind of cool. And I remember like the first song on the album, Heart Attack American, obviously has like the really compressed guitar, and I was like, oh, this is fucking whack. Like, why is this like so out of? This doesn't sound right.
Yeah. And then and
then it kicks in, and I was like. I was like, oh fuck, what is happening? And I was instantly hooked.
Yeah. And
I've seen them twice. The Bronx. The first time I saw them was, in the Academy. They supported Flogging Molly, which was dreadful. I know. But I bought that album on cassette.
Nice.
And I fucking love that I have that. Second time I saw them was at Slam Dunk Festival, and they still killed it. So it was cool. They did a Ramones cover, and it was really good.
Amazing.
Gallows also did a Ramones cover.
Of the same fucking show?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing them, because I've never seen them before. I was meant to go see them when they played the Garage just after the Bronx 4 came out. But I didn't have enough money for it to buy a ticket.
The Bronx 4 is the one with like Unholy Hand and stuff on it, right?
Yeah, there's one fucking
Which when
song.
I saw them twice, that was the song they opened with. And I was like, how are you going to top this? They
there's
played that.
One
they
song
played,
on the album. Is it Too Many Devils? There's just something, as it's Too Many Devils, there's just something about that. I think it's the chorus line of it. It's just something about it. It just fucking tickles me every time I hear it. Like, I get so fucking stoked listening to it.
I think they went from like Unholy Hand to Three Dead Sisters into Heart Attack American.
I fucking love Three Dead Sisters. I don't know why.
The first 3 songs. How intense, you know? And then on the next song that I picked is arguably one of the best covers I've ever heard, because they've taken a boring ass song that goes nowhere for 8 minutes and turned it into an actual rock and roll killer, you know? It's such a good cover.
Good.
Like Desolation Row, the cover by My Chemical Romance. I am not kidding when I say it is one of the best covers I've ever heard. I don't know why it's so good. I think it's definitely, what's his face, the guitar cunt with the hair, Ray
something. Yeah, I know him.
Toro, was that his name? His guitar in it is beefy, so beefy, and then when they play the solo, it sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And Gerard Way's voice on it is just incredible.
Gerard Way's voice is fucking phenomenal. Have you heard like the solo stuff that he did?
No.
unfucking real. I think he brought out like one album, but it was just like he did like kind of like. It was almost like a Brit poppy type album. Like it was fucking weird. Like
Yeah, it's a strange vibe.
But it fucking worked because it just let him like play with his fucking voice and just fucking play weird wee fucking riffs and stuff. Like
That's kind of cool.
Awesome.
But yeah, they took a song that is arguably one of the most boring shit songs on the entire planet. I'm not a big Bob Dylan fan.
No,
I don't get it. I should be, but I'm not. I can't.
No, you don't get it because you're not American. American people love Bob Dylan, and then anywhere else, just like yeah, whatever.
Yeah, don't get it.
Like we'd rather listen to like Neil Young, who also actually he wasn't American, he was Canadian. So never mind.
Never mind. Cool. So the next song is a song that I actually thought was by this band. That's how good a cover it is. It just makes sense for them. Wash Away by Alkaline Trio. It's on the Tony Hawk American Wasteland soundtrack, which is one of my favourite Tony Hawk games.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a really cool story. You got to do loads of cool things. And the soundtrack was just bands that I liked at the time, covering songs that I would then go on to like the bands of. Look, that's insane to me, you know? Like.
So who did that song?
TSOL.
Oh, really?
And it's shit.
Oh, really?
Like their cover, their original.
The original.
It
TSOL.
just doesn't sound good, and I think.
But I think it's because you like that one.
Yeah, it's like that old thing. Like the cover song you hear, the version you hear first is the version you end up liking the most. Like Whiskey in the Jar. I heard the Metallica version first, and then every time I hear the Thin Lizzy one, I'm like, "What is that?"
Thin Lizzy one is amazing.
It is amazing, but I think because I heard the Metallica one first, whenever I think
the best one that we'll always go to was "Hurt" by Johnny Cash. It's a 9 Inch Nails song.
Exactly.
Nobody fucking cares that it was done by 9 Inch Nails because Johnny Cash destroyed it.
I love 9 Inch Nails.
I know you do. Because I've never got them. I've never got them. I've tried, but I've never got it.
We'll make it work. It's fine. But I genuinely thought that it was an Alkaline Trio song. Matt Skiba's voice on it just is ideal.
I've never really liked Alkaline Trio.
They are one of those bands. I think you had to like be super into goth shit. Which you never really were. You know?
Nah. I think the like gothiest thing, Korn. It's probably the gothiest. And
it's arguably not even that goth.
It's not. It's more camp than goth.
That is very camp.
I don't know. Like I listen to like heavy stuff, but nah, I never really fucked with goth stuff.
Goth stuff can be cool.
In my head, it's like fucking. I don't actually know any like goth bands. Like Evanescence, a goth band.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Cult of Luna, like, is that a goth band?
No. Well, they could be, I guess, but they're just metal, aren't they?
What are like goth bands that is an Alkaline Trio?
Like Bauhaus and like fucking, I don't know, like Sisters of Mercy.
Bauhaus, a goth band?
Yes.
I listen to Bauhaus.
Big fucking Pete Murphy. Look at the cunt.
Are they?
Sisters of Mercy. They're pretty goth. The Cult.
Cradle of Filth?
Yes, obviously goth. Look at the cunts. Like, goth. So goth. Joy Division, goth.
Really?
Yeah.
These are all like synth pop bands to me. Like Joy Division and shit. Right, okay.
The Cure, goth.
What?
They're goth. Look at them. Look at them.
It's Friday. I'm in love.
Yeah, but he was also wearing all black and eyeliner and crying. Goth.
Right, okay.
There's lots of goth. Lots of goth. And then the last one, I was really struggling for the last one.
Oh, really?
I couldn't think of one more cover.
It's not hard.
I know, but every cover in my mind was gone.
Gonzo.
So I put Orville Peck covering Born This Way by Lady Gaga.
I mean, it's so good.
It's camp as fuck. I love it.
Amazing.
It's sick. It's like Orville Peck is the campest human being on this entire planet, and I am so okay with listening to all of it all the time. I just think his voice is incredible. That range,
and he just like, again, we were saying with Father John Misty, he just does his own thing.
He does. So apparently, the man behind Orville Peck, which I don't know his name, I don't know what he looks like, and I hope I never do. I
love that kind of shit.
Yeah. Apparently he's been around. He's basically tried every genre. Nothing stuck. This did, weirdly enough. So yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a great cover. The original of Born This Way is fire.
Yeah.
Like, I also didn't really understand a lot of the lyrics until I listened to this version of it, and I was like, oh, that's what she's saying? Like, you know, like, not that she's, like, screaming down the mic or whatever.
Well, she is. It's Lady Gaga. That's what she does.
But sometimes you listen to it, and, like, the way she sings things, you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And then you listen to him, who's very clear because his voice is so low and gravelly.
Yeah.
And it's just... makes sense. Like, it all makes sense. Orville Peck is a very incredible human being.
Yeah, he's one of those like anomalies in music that you just want him to keep doing more. I mean, the motherfucker has a song with Shania Twain.
My guy.
If that isn't enough for you, move on with your life.
That doesn't say campus pop star of all time. Don't know what does. Love it.
The fucking does get a song with Shania. Do you know what I mean?
Unreal.
I love that shit.
Anyway.
So for mine,
my
first one,
mad bunch of songs.
I had to change one because I heard another one that I forgot existed and decided to put that in instead. So my first one is do you know my thing is, right? You know how like I keep saying, I'm really fucking stupid. I kept I listen to this album almost every day. It is one of my favorite albums of. It didn't actually come out this year, but I only found it this year.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's like I've listened to it so much this year. And like I heard, like I would listen to the album and I heard the song and I was like, I really fucking like that song. And it wasn't until one day I was like, that's a Sex Pistols song. I fucking know this song. I was like singing along to it, just like I haven't listened to this song enough to know the lyrics. How do I already know the lyrics? And then I was like, that's why.
It's super popular
So
song.
it's fucking Pretty Vacant by Sex Pistols, but it's covered by a band called Spiritual Cramp. Spiritual Cramp, they're a band that somebody else shared, and I was like, I'm going to check them out just to see what they're like.
You have already put them on the playlist.
I am like, I don't know why, I just have this like unbelievable obsession with them just now.
They are great.
They're just so much fun, and they like played 2 shows with that band Spice last weekend, and all I did like religiously was watch both Spice's and Spiritual Cramp's Instagram stories because they're so good for like shading videos that other people have taken in the crowd, and I was just like living for it because it was just like fucking they're playing, because they've got a song called Spiritual Cramp and it's just so good.
I haven't actually listened to the full album. I will listen to that song that you sent me.
Yeah,
like
Feeling Bad Being Me.
Yeah,
but they have a song that's literally just like the singer and a plucky guitar for like 40 seconds before the song Spiritual Cramp. So it's like kind of nice, and then it goes in a Spiritual Cramp that just starts with him just going like, and the fucking guitar, everything's just going at like 100, and just that like juxta from the song before into that, I'm just like in. Like this is my kind of shit, you know. I love that album. I've listened to it far too much. Between that and the fucking new Regional Justice Centre, that's honestly all I have had on.
Still haven't totally listened to that first thing you sent me by them. But
Regional. So Regional Justice Centre, I found them through another band who I've started listening to this year, Military Gun. So the singer of Military Gun is the drummer and vocalist in Regional Justice Centre.
Okay.
So that's how I found that connection. But also, Military Gun are also amazing as well. They've brought out 2 EPs this year, and they're both amazing. Like, I'm fucking living for this, like, weird... Because obviously, like, everyone was in lockdown fucking all of last year. Nobody could really do anything. So there's just this big, massive wave of, like, new music coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking living for it, man. Like, I'm absolutely loving it. So, that's the first one. The Spiritual Cramp song.
This next one...
Yeah.
I knew you were going to put on. Like, when you put it on this morning and I messaged you and I was like, I knew this was going to happen.
And tell me, why?
Because it's you. And also, rips.
Arguably, this is going to be very controversial, this is better than the original.
Don't agree.
I'm saying it. I'm not taking it back. I would listen to this over the original any day. So this one is Bulls on Parade, original done by Rage Against the Machine, covered by Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry, infamously known as a rap hip-hop guy, did this cover for Triple J, which I think is an American thing. Triple J?
It's a radio show.
A lot of the time when they do, it's kind of like here we have the Live Lounge, where they'll do like an original and a cover.
Yeah.
They kind of do the same thing with this one. Like Childish Gambino's been on it. There's one other one I really like that's not coming in my mind, but when this one came out, I remember like watching the internet implode on itself because everyone was like almost like enraged at the fact that like a hip hop guy, rap guy had done a Rage Against the Machine song, but arguably Rage Against the Machine is fucking rooted in hip hop.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, Zach De La Rocca raps
all the time. He's on the fucking most recent Run the Jewels album.
He's on 2 Run the Jewels albums.
Yes. Run the Jewels fast. That's him.
He raps. Like, he
has
doesn't
done
only
his entire
scream
career.
and shout. He literally raps.
Yes. So there was one side of the internet was mad that Denzel Curry, a hip hop guy, was doing a Rage Against the Machine song, and then the other side of the internet was going crazy because everyone was stoked that Denzel Curry had done a Rage Against the Machine song, and it fucking rips.
It does, and the reason I wouldn't pick this version over the original, and it is only a thing that some people notice. The guitar tone's different, and that's what winds me up. The guy is obviously not as good a guitar player as Tom Morello, but no one is.
Yeah,
and it gets me just a little bit, and the way he says family annoys me. Like, it's such a little thing, just kind of annoys me. But it's such a good cover.
It's so good.
I would listen if it came on. If it came on and I didn't realize it was the cover, and then it came on and it was the cover, I'd be like, yes, sick. It's like it's still great. Like, it's not amazing. A bad cover.
The next one I've got is Territorial Pissings, originally done by Nirvana but covered by Comeback Kid.
Nirvana.
I fucking love this cover.
It's a great cover.
I really like
I
the
didn't know it
original.
existed until today.
Oh really?
No, I didn't know.
There you go.
Learn something new every day.
I love the original. I mean, I'll put it out there. I'm not the biggest Nirvana fan.
I love that album.
I like some Nirvana songs.
Yeah.
I like the hits, and I like some stuff off In Utero. I really fucking like Bleach. See the first album they had? I really fucking like that album, but it's because it's manic.
It's pretty wild.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
Zero sense whatsoever.
So I'm not the biggest Nirvana song, but I always did really like Territorial Pissings and fucking
Whatever.
the hits.
The hits.
But then Comeback Kid brought this out a couple of years ago, and I mean, I am a fucking huge sucker for Comeback Kid.
Yeah.
I have, ever since Burnout Revenge came out, which came out on the PlayStation 2 when I was a child, and it had Wake the Dead on the soundtrack, I have been hooked on Comeback Kid.
Comeback Kid are a band that when I hear them, I think of you.
Oh really?
Yes, because I know how much you love them. Like, you were what was that weird album that no one else liked but you liked? Cures and whatever it was called.
Cures and Symptoms. Symptoms and Cures.
You loved that, and everyone else is like, "This is so shit."
Album. I fuck with everything Comeback Kid do. It's just one of what it is like, out of all of the like those melodic hardcore punk bands, they've all died off.
Yeah.
Who's the one band that's still going?
Comeback Kid.
Bane have died off.
Yeah.
Have Heart died off.
Yeah.
All of these bands that were like pillars of that genre completely died off and moved on to something else. Who's still going? Their recent song that they brought out last week fucking slaps. It's called No Way Out.
Haven't listened to it.
It's amazing.
I know that Stu Ross plays guitar in them now, and that makes me real happy.
Oh!
Like, because Love Misery Signals.
That's fucking fire.
It's so cool. He's played in them for a while now.
Right, okay.
But it still just makes me happy whenever I see him like on it. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
They are a cool band, and they're one of these bands that whenever you see live, you know you're going to have a good time.
Yeah. I've seen them.
Just great.
I've seen them so many
I
times.
think I've seen them maybe 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Definitely Garage Main Room. I saw them in the Garage 2.
G2.
Seen them there once. And I've seen them somewhere else. I can't. It was probably I Never Say Die in the ABC.
Right, okay.
Probably.
The best one I remember seeing was when they played G2. It might have been the same show that we were at. I can't remember who else played because I only cared about the fact they come back and played.
Gravemaker, I want to say.
Yes, you remember fucking Gravemaker?
Time Heals Nothing.
That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow now. Listening to fucking Gravemaker. But they played Lorelei, like 3rd or 4th song in. I lost my shit. like far too old to be moshing, but I'm gonna
do it anyway.
I was like when I went to see fucking Trash Talk when they played a couple of years ago in audio, and I was like 26, 27, far too old to be moshing. Took my glasses off, put them in my jacket pocket, and it's because as soon as they fucking played the opening riff to Blind Evolution, I was just like, cool.
Bye.
Far too old to be going ham, but I did it. Right, I've lost my place. Where was I? The next song, I picked this song because it's truly fucking gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Like, it makes me feel things.
It makes me feel a lot of things.
I don't actually know who originally sang this song, so I'm not going to try and say it. But the song is Moon River by Frank Ocean.
Did Frank Sinatra, do you sing it? No?
No, I don't think so.
He probably did a version. I feel like everyone's done a version of it. Let's Google. You talk, I'll Google.
I picked this song because it is just truly beautiful. Frank Ocean.
Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, damn. That makes sense because that song is in a Galaxy advert and there's a person in it playing Audrey Hepburn in the advert.
Morrissey did the cover of it.
Oh, of course he did. Fuck him.
By the way.
Burn him. Burn him. I'm done. Frank Ocean makes the most beautiful soundscapes with just his voice.
I don't understand his voice. And I'm just like, how did you get it there? You know, like, how did you make it just sound that good?
Yeah, like, if you ever, when you listen to Blonde, like his last album that he brought out, there's actually like no, the thing that blows my mind about it is there's no beats, there's no drums, there's no percussion, there's nothing keeping the time. It's all him and like a couple of other instruments.
Yeah.
And he has managed to. It was the same thing we talked about. It was a couple episodes ago. We were talking about Kendrick Lamar using his voice to bounce off of the beat and the percussion to like carry the song along just with his voice. Frank Ocean does that flawlessly because he literally has an entire album with no drums or percussion.
And you don't think about it until someone mentions it.
Yeah, and I remember seeing it on like Instagram. Just like, yo, have you ever noticed that the song has like 0 fucking beats to it? It's all just like him.
I remember everyone was like so up in arms when he came out as like, was it gay or bisexual? Like one of the two, and everyone was like, he was singing about a man. Just because you serenaded your bird with it doesn't mean that you're gay. Like, calm down, bro. Like,
but I think that's the beautiful thing about Channel Orange, just like he never made it clear what or who he was singing about.
Oh yeah.
And I think that kind of like, I don't know the right word for it, but that mysteriousness of it like makes it so endearing. Like I know everybody loves Blonde. I know it's like the pinnacle of Frank Ocean, but I would pick Channel Orange.
I'm Channel Orange always.
I think Channel Orange is amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many good songs on it, so many moments in it, and it's just like Earl Sweatshirt pops in it, and I love a fucking Earl Sweatshirt verse.
And it's even like Frank Ocean on Oldie. His verse is popping, like, and he's even got that line in it. I'm high and I'm bi. Oh wait, I mean I'm straight.
Yeah,
like,
you're like,
come on, Frank. We know what you're doing. No, he's the epitome of cool. Like that. Even the music video for Oldie, like where all the boys are going fucking mad, and he's just standing with like a nice button-down shirt.
His wee Starbucks in his hand.
Yeah, he's just holding a smoothie or some shit, and he's just like slurping. He's living the life. And then he comes on and he does his thing, and you're like,
renting a supercar for a day. drive around with your friends.
Fuck a grandma there.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Right, he just slips his way in.
I often put oldie on, skip to his part, and then turn it off.
You don't go to the end?
I love the whole thing. I love
skip to Frank Ocean and then skip to Earl and then turn it off. I
like Jasper's verse on it. So my name is
Couldn't
Jasper, not even a rapper. Only on his track to make my rags grow faster, and it just makes me laugh so much that just like. Fuck,
do you see that motherfucker Jasper's in fucking the next Jackass film?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm worried about the next Jackass film. I think it'll be funny.
Somebody is going to die.
Yeah.
They're very old.
I saw something where Steve-O was on and he was like, yeah, the reason it's taken so long to come out is because we're old now and bones break easier. So,
okay, maybe don't do it then.
But
maybe don't do it. So the last song that I put in here is I'll give the story behind it. I apologize personally to the band Dead Swans because I did originally have Fix Me, their cover of Black Flag's Fix Me, in here, and then it got replaced because a song came on my playlist on shuffle and I was like, I forgot this existed and I fucking love it. So it's a cover of the Pixies' Where Is My Mind by a band called Bandit. Now Bandit are one of those kind of anomaly bands. They brought out like one album and then didn't really do anything else after that. But
got
the
picked up by an advert.
But the album is fucking sick. I really fucking like that album. It's really
Can't
good.
say I've actually listened to anything other than this song.
It's cute, man. I really like it. I like that cover. I do
cover.
enjoy it. And I mean the Pixies version is nice as well.
Yeah.
My dad will be really mad that I'm not picking the Pixies one. I was
The
meant to go
Pixies
and
one
see,
is good.
I was meant to go and see the Pixies actually with my dad, but then coronavirus happened.
That's a bummer. I'd love to see the Pixies.
Mm-hmm.
They're a fucking mad band.
Yeah.
Doolittle is, let's face it, the best album.
Yeah.
It's wild. I got it on vinyl.
Oh, really?
I just got it from HMV. Like, it's not like I got it somewhere cool. I just got it for the shops. But they're just... They're one of these bands that have always been there.
Uh-huh.
But I've never really cared much about the other stuff.
Yeah.
I like Where's My Mind?
Mm-hmm.
And I like all of the album Doolittle. And then I'm just like...
Cool.
I don't care about the rest. You're not going to play all of those things that I like, so I'm never going to come see you. But I would like to see them.
Yeah.
Because I think Frank Black is just a fucking...
He's got the weirdest fucking voice.
And he's supposed to be a bit of an ass on stage, which I quite enjoy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's supposed to just be a bit of a weirdo.
That's a bit like fucking... What's our boy from Future Islands? Hemlock Ernst. What's his actual name? Aye, that
Stephen something.
that
I
fucking
want to say his name
weirdo.
is Stephen.
Pure slapping his chest and doing like a fucking golem dance and shit.
What is his real name? I think he looks like a perfect mixture of Greg Hemphill from Still Game and Morrissey. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Sam Herring, not
Sam
Stephen.
Herring, yeah. He's fucking... He features on Milo's shit. Rap Ferreira, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
He
I think
features
you
on his
told me
fucking
that
album.
before.
Wild. He has an album on his own with...
It's Morrissey and Greg Hemphill together.
As a bit. I remember seeing Greg Hemphill referee wrestling matches for ICW.
I remember serving him when I worked in the hotel, and I nearly battered his pal. His pal was being a dickhead the whole night because he was
really?
like hanging out with the famous people.
Yeah.
And I remember standing at the bar, and he was like winding up these two older women, and they clearly weren't arsed. And I was just like, mate, like, come on, leave it alone. And he got in my face, and I was just like, what? I'm at my work. Like, I can't hit this guy. Like, if I hit this guy, I'm going to lose my job,
Yeah.
regardless of whether or not it's on him. And eventually he just kind of like walked away. And security guard came over, head security guard calling. He was like, what'd you not hit that guy for? And I was like, 'cause I'm at my work. I just can't hit a guy. And he was like,
knock a guy
he went, Gary, the cameras are behind you. All you had to do was flick your hand forward in front of you, tap him in the balls. It would have looked like he headbutted you, and you could have knocked him out. And I was like, My brain doesn't work like that, man. I'm so sorry.
That's like a seasoned fucking professional.
Actual psychopath.
He's
My brain doesn't work that way. If it wasn't for that, I would have hit the guy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
if it wasn't for me getting paid minimum wage, he would have been getting punched because he was being a fucking cunt the whole
Aye.
night. The worst thing about it was like the Blind Society's like charity fundraiser night, and I was like, you're being a cunt at a fundraiser.
Be respectful.
You know, you're Greg Hemphill. He's probably all right.
He seems pretty sound.
He seems okay.
I mean, he loves the wrestling, so he must be sound.
Loves the
Because everybody who loves the wrestling is obviously fucking
Everybody
sound.
loves the wrestling.
So that was the end of my picks, and there comes the end of another episode.
Another episode. Which one is this?
29.
29?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
We're getting up there.
We are getting up there.
We're getting up there.
Getting up there.
And people still care.
Madness.
We have the most steady numbers we have had. And it's fucking sick. Like,
That's
see
pretty
going
cool.
on, like, the fucking thing that logs all the audio lessons and then seeing what comes up on YouTube as well. I'm like, yo, that's like the same every week.
That's kind of cool.
That's fucking fire.
Love that.
Like, I thought it was just like, oh,
yeah. I think
Fucking-
we kind of we've stood the test of time though, you know.
yeah, it's become part of our routine, so it's now also become part of your routine.
That's quite a nice thing. That's quite a nice thing.
Because I know some people have like said like, oh, it kind of like when it comes out, it kind of like matches the night that I'm doing fucking night shift or
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
So it like it's nice that we will say it. It's very nice that you have welcomed us into your life and your homes.
Mm-hmm.
We do appreciate you listening to whatever the fuck it is we're gonna say every week. Because we
don't know,
never
truthfully.
know.
Truthfully, we don't know. Last week was a bummer. This week was just me talking about bagels. Let's be honest.
Last week was a real fucking bummer. But it was still fun. I enjoyed it.
So you gotta roll with the punches though. It swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, like not every fucking episode is going to be up. We can't do it. We are human beings.
Mhm.
Not every episode can be up here, man.
No.
Because there's going to be days where we're not feeling ourselves. There's going to be days where maybe you're not feeling yourself and you don't want to hear one that's really up there. Maybe
No.
you would like to come and join us in the sadness. Because you know what? There is joy to be found in feeling the sadness.
Yeah, I think
Sadness
it's
is
good.
important. Watch Inside Out. Watch the film, the Pixar film Inside Out, to understand that the sadness is important for your happiness.
Never seen it, but I'll watch it.
Truthfully, the revelation where you realize I need to be sad. I need to allow my sadness to be a part of me, to feel the joy in things as well.
Is it
Because
kinda like you don't-
all your emotions are connected.
Is it kind of like you don't know what you've got until it's gone kind of thing?
Yeah,
I like that.
it's a very stressful film. Truly stressful film.
Is it-
I cry like a fucking bitch every time I watch it.
Bill Hader not in it.
It is. He plays like, is it fear? So it's like there's like 5
It's
characters
emotions. I get
inside
it.
of their head, and it's all emotions. So like Mindy Kaling from
The
The Office is disgust, and then Amy Poehler is happy, and then Phyllis Smith, who plays Phyllis Vance in The Office, is sadness.
Yeah,
And I can't remember the guy that plays anger, but he's fucking brilliant as well.
they all make sense.
It's good fun.
They all make perfect sense.
It's good fun. And
That's funny.
it does make me cry like a fucking giant bitch every time I watch it.
I'll watch it. I'll get a watch.
Nah, you won't. It's fine. You're too busy watching fucking Suits. Anyway, this has been episode 29 of Dead End Friends podcast. Remember to share things. We love you very much. We really appreciate you listening to the podcast. Even if you don't listen to it every week, who gives a fuck? If you listen to one episode, fucking awesome. I love you very much. Who are you?
I'm Gary Gordon.
I'm Craig Jemison. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Love you, man.
Love you too.